Today we'll be unboxing the AULA official F2012 mechanical gaming keyboard. I was actually really fascinated by those blue switches, mechanical keyboards, specifically the Cherry MX Blues, but I didn't want to spend so much money for my first mechanical gaming keyboard, so I opted to buy this from Lazada. And let's see what we've got. The packaging seems decent. Yeah, really Chinese, I must say. But based on the reviews from Amazon and Lazada as well, most of the buyers said that it was a pretty decent mechanical gaming keyboard, and it does the job actually pretty well. And the KL blue switches on this one wasn't actually too bad compared to the actual Cherry MX blue ones. I wanted the Cherry MX blue ones because of its quick sound, and they said that it was really nice for typing. And as you can hear, it's very clicky. It's a pretty decent USB, although it's not detachable. Has okay cheaply made plastic stands, which is quite okay for its price point. And it has a metal base, or I must say a metal faceplate, and a plastic bottom base. Feels solid, and I do hope that this will last and last through all the abuse from all the gaming. Along with this, I've also purchased a QWER directional 12 Keyset keycap, plastic PVD electric plating metal keycaps. It's okay, not so shabby. Yeah, it does look cheap, but I wanted the ASD buttons to stand out, and I think this would do just the job. Things that I don't like about the keyboard. Number one would be the font. I think that this is just a really terrible font choice. Everything looks squarish and all the characters look identical. I think that when you're using a font for a keyboard layout, the characters should be distinct from each other and not like this, because it's really hard to read, especially when you're looking from afar and you're not familiar with the layout of the keys. Another thing I don't like about the characters on the keys is that they're trying to reinvent what's already been established. Let's say, for example, the number keys. There's a reason why the two different characters, the modifier characters, are above the numbers. It is because it's easier to view that way. You don't have to have a second look just to make sure that you're getting the right characters. So what this keyboard is trying to do is they're trying to reinvent the wheel when it comes to that, which I think is a bad thing because this is supposed to be a keyboard, and it's just less efficient that way. In my opinion, they could have gone with a better font choice. Maybe they could have used Avenir, hey, even Futura. And I really hate the way the brackets are placed. You see, it's really hard to distinguish which is which. Another pet peeve would probably be the enter key, but I think this just boils down to preference because I'm used to keyboards having the backslash located here and having the enter key as a horizontal key just right here. You may have noticed that the Windows key and the Alt key have been switched. That's because I'm using this for Mac OS. One of the things I don't like about this keyboard is that there's ghosting on the left side of the modifier keys. So basically, when I try to do a save as by pressing Command Shift and S, it doesn't work only on the Mac OS. It works perfectly in Windows 10. So I can't do like commands that uses multiple modifier keys such as Command Shift S to do a save as, Command Option Shift E to flatten layers in Photoshop. But the funny thing is, it only happens on the left side of the keyboard. I can perform all those tasks using the modifier keys on the right. So there's no ghosting when it comes to the right modifier keys. I can do a Command Shift S or a Command Option Shift E on the right side, but not on the left. It's not a deal breaker, but it's really quite inconvenient in my opinion. Though for the price point of this keyboard, I think I'll take that one. Let's just say it's just a minor snag that I'd have to live with. So I also bought these rubber dampeners. These things are placed under the keycaps so that when you bottom out while you're clicking on them or you're typing on them, it doesn't make so much noise, and actually it feels a little better because the rubber dampeners actually softens the touch when you actually press hard and bottom out when you're pressing the keys. For example, this button doesn't have rubber dampeners on it, and it's when you bottom out, it's making that check sound, check, 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 check. But after putting in two rubber dampeners in the other keys, it actually softens that sound and it actually makes less noise. So instead of a checking sound, you get a satisfying chug instead. See? Listen to the difference of the sound and the noise that it's making. Okay, so overall I think this is a very solid keyboard. Other than the font and the ghosting of the modifier keys in Mac OS, I think it's pretty much okay. I don't think you can get a better keyboard at the same price point. It's really nice aesthetically. I really like the metal base, and then the matte white keys that they have is just at the font that I really don't like. But it really performs well in Windows 10, no problems there at all. It does have function controls. You have the back, play, pause, forward and stop button. You have the volume control, and you even have the Windows key lock. I think this is a pretty solid choice for my first mechanical gaming keyboard. If you want to try it out for yourself, I'm putting the links down below in the descriptions.